I used to work in the city in marketing, and I was in quite a soulless job. I thought that there has to be a market out there for this, so I decided to give it a go.
I contacted Home Jane after I'd been let down by my usual male plumber. This is the first major project I've ever had to do in my flat, so I was rather dreading it. I felt perhaps with a female work crew I could admit my ignorance of things without them taking advantage of that.
It's just for the electrics because it's in the bathroom.
They've been a delight to be around. I feel very comfortable. They fill me in on everything that's happening that day and ask me questions as to which way I want things.
Yes. And then we're going to box that pipes in. So
just the lower part of
the lower pipe work.
We're always on the lookout for really high quality tradeswomen, and we know that they're out there. All the women that I meet are really enthusiastic and absolutely brilliant at their jobs, very passionate and really hard-working people. And, full of creativity as well. There's some really fantastic female businesses out there. For example, there's a website called Girls on Tap. I mean, look at that. Nice logo, really well presented, and a great name as well, really memorable. I recently heard of one female plumbing group called Stopcocks, which I absolutely loved.
One advantage of being a woman and doing this sort of work is that I can get my hands and arms into pretty tight spaces. So it also helps to be flexible sometimes. It works really well for me to work for Home Jane. Joe does all the advertising and getting all the jobs in, so I don't actually have to do any of those. I can just get on and do the job.
We had one client who used to change her locks every time she had a tradesman visiting, and after she used us, she felt that she didn't have to do that anymore. And we also had an elderly woman who'd had a leaking toilet for 15 years but didn't want to get the cowboys in, and once she'd heard of us, we got it fixed for her and she was delighted. And we offer a 20% discount to all our age concerned customers, so it means that they can use our service and it's also affordable for them.
A bit in between. I remember the first time that I had to switch off the water and cut a pipe. Do you want to take that out? That was very scary because, you just don't know, did you do the right thing? It's the first time you're alone, and I remember my heart just before I cut the pipe, it felt like it was just going to rip out of my chest. But yeah, it was fine, no problems. It's okay, just for the measurement.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
I did my training with a private company, which was great. But the thing is that once you finish the training, the apps, you can't really work without having done a placement on the job. And I was really lucky because I got in touch with women and manual trades, and through them I found Jo at Home Jane, and she put me in touch with Valenti, which has been fantastic, and it's been a way for me to get into working, which otherwise I might not have done.
And although we try and place people with the tradeswomen that we have, there is a limit to what we can do. We hire a lot of equipment, and although the company that we use know us quite well, every time we phone them, they say, does he know how to use the equipment? Is he familiar with the equipment that's being used? And every time I say, yes, she is, they still don't get it. And it's just, it's quite a frustrating thing to have to deal with day in, day out. Good afternoon, Home Jane. Everywhere you look in London, there's construction projects going on, really big construction projects, but I hardly ever see women on the sites, and it's quite a shame to see. I think if I were back at school and choosing my career options again, when I was there originally, manual trades weren't presented to me as an option, and actually now I think, knowing what I know now, I would go back and I would take up a manual trade, because I wasn't meant for office work, and I think I would really enjoy it. And I hope that the industry is changing in such a way that there are apprenticeships available for women, because I think more and more women are picking up the tools and wanting to learn a trade. They can do the job just as well as a lot of men out there can, and in some situations they can do the job better. But the fact of the matter remains, and until we get more women on big sites, we're not going to change the face of the industry.